Hello everyone. Today I will cover ZPA Customer Initiated Disaster Recovery. Enabling disaster recovery ensures business continuity in the event of disaster scenario that impacts the global Zscaler private access cloud infrastructure. Disaster recovery is for organizations that depend on Zscaler Cloud to remain operational during disaster events by providing already authenticated users with access to critical applications. Note, this is customer initiated and not Zscaler or ZPA Cloud initiated DR. ZPA DR feature is enabled through app policy in the client connector admin portal. Specify the domain that's used to resolve DNS queries. You can run DR test drills involving subset of users alongside the cloud. For added safety, DR public key is used by Private Service Edge and app connectors and Zscaler client connector to verify DNS record signing. Identify the critical applications ahead of time, designated app connector groups and Private Service Edge group for business continuity and enable DR. DR mode is controlled by DNS DR record that customer must own and control. DR activation record for disaster recovery domain is pushed as a DNS TXT record to the DNS server, and the private service edge IP is pushed to the DNS server as a DNS A record. Under normal circumstances, ZPA users access private application using Zscaler Cloud. Config for DR application is pushed to DR private brokers and app connectors local disk. In the offline state, ZPA admin generates DR TXT record and prepares DR PSE IP A record. DR admin reviews the trust post where we typically cover cloud outages. In an event of a failure, DR admin makes a call and triggers DR by customer's own DNS TXT record. In this DR active mode, designated PSE and app connectors use locally cached subset of ZPA cloud configuration in their file system while they are disconnected from the cloud for the duration of the DR event. Note, only enrolled authenticated users can leverage DR. DR private broker, app connector, and ZCC detects the activation of ZPA DR service. Private service edge and broker and app connectors restart using the local DR config. And finally, ZCC resolves a record and connects to the resulting private service edge to access private DR application. So under normal circumstances, when the DR is off, the traffic for private application is forwarded through the ZPA public broker and the user can access the private application. In case of a cloud outage, which we'll trigger by setting the B flag on in the DNS TXT record, you'll see that ZCC will show that the traffic is now switched in a safe mode forwarded by the private broker, which in my case is a PSE running in AWS. The application access resumes and you can see the notification in ZCC. So here is my domain in Google. This is the host, as you can see, that can access the application, and the user is now going through the public broker. On the app connector, the status of DR is not active. The ZCC is running. This is my PSE in AWS. You can see that this is an IP ending at 39215, and this is the same IP that I have for the A record in my DNS. The app connector shows that the connector is active. Service edge shows that my PSE is active. And this is where I have the disaster recovery configuration, identified the application, service edge group, which has the PSE, the app connector group, and the setting, which has the domain recovery. This is my PSE in AWS. You can see it's running. It's also showing that the DR is not active yet. So we'll now go and trigger the DR. We'll turn on the B flag here, and this will shortly show that the DR will switch to the safe mode. So as you can see that the DR is now active. The traffic for the private application resumes, and my AWS PSC is seen as the new private broker. ZCC is showing in safe mode. If we go back and check the DR status on PSC, it's now active. Let's verify on the app connector also. So they're both showing that DR is active and the traffic is now through the private broker. So this is the ZPA DR functionality that I wanted to show. Hope you find it beneficial. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and have a great day.